Hello, welcome to Maslow Tarot. I'm here to do a reading for you. We're going to do a deep dive for December. As we roll into December, we just did Aquarius. Now let's see who we're going to be reading for. Aries. All right, Aries, let's get to it. Just get you some themes for the month of December. Intention, simplicity, and adventure. All right, see how that ties into your reading. Also, thank you so much for supporting by watching. If you do like it, if you do enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. And once we reach 500 subscribers, we'll be doing a drawing for one of these candles. I do have a bunch of offerings on Etsy. This is one of a set of two currently available. And I just slashed the prices down, so definitely go check them out. All right, let's see what we got going on for Aries. Aries. We're going to just dive into the tarot. All right, I do bring in guides, ancestors, spirit of the highest vibration to assist me with this reading for Aries and all the other signs to follow. To provide the utmost guidance and clarity for their highest benefit only, please. All right, for Aries. This is going to be a 10-card spread. Ooh, got two already. All right, so we've got the Tower coming out right off the bat with the Seven of Wands. What's this major event? That's the energy going into December, so it looks like something might have happened recently that kind of shook your cage a little bit, caused you to get a little bit defensive, feeling like things are kind of array. I'm not sure if this involves a move, but I'm getting like, with regards to the simplicity and intention and adventure, it's like flipping the perspective of change into more of an opportunity rather than a stressor. There might be some need to clear out the clutter, getting rid of certain things, and developing boundaries with how you connect to material items. The major event is potentially leaving behind a King of Cups. King of Cups in reverse. So King of Cups is likely a Scorpio, or it could be any water sign or somebody who has a lot of heavy water in their chart. So this would be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. In reverse, there is a kind of a manipulative energy around how emotions are handled. So using emotions against somebody or not being able to handle their emotions and acting out in a way that is causing this change. So this could be somebody in your life that you're just separating from or choosing to rise above the whole situation and moving forward. It did come as quite a bit of a shock, maybe. It also could be as simple as someone just saying they aren't feeling it the way that they used to. Okay. So you are going to get through this within the month of December. You're going to figure out a way to turn this around because we have the Six of Wands appearing with this King of Cups in reverse. Kind of take this as a win. You might be supported by some friends at this time. All right, who are some people involved in that regard? Okay. People involved, month of December, major event. All right, the Empress. So you could be moving back with mom or have a friend who is a mom or somebody who's very nurturing, or you could even be feeling like nurturing yourself in that sense. But the Empress is generally a Sagittarius. But this person, it gives you healing vibes, it seems like, with all the stars coming off of her. Like, look at that. Oh. Yes. Okay. All right. So, what are some internal influences or deep past that might come up during this time? Okay. So some deep internal influences or deep past influences are kind of like, it feels like a repeat of the past. With the High Priestess in reverse, it's like you still didn't see this coming, or there were secrets, or you feel like you've been fooled. Um, yeah, I'm getting something about pictures, something about photos. You might be looking at old photos and saying, wow, I see that this has changed. And a light bulb goes off. Like, yeah. I feel like you could have sensed this, but you were blocking it. You were blocking it from coming in and blocking your own power in the situation by just avoiding it completely or maybe being in denial. So I guess you're going to be doing some retrospection in regards to the signs that could have showed you where this was heading. That way, next time it won't be quite a shock. It does look like this person might have been torn in their decision. So it was still a shock, even though they were quite like, it seems like they were like unsure of how to go about this. Hmm. Getting like the vibe of like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you type of deal. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm definitely sorry if that's what's happening. But it does look like you flipped this into a positive. You realize the victories of the situation, the lessons that you have learned. That's what these wands kind of tell you here is that, yeah, it might be, a repeating cycle of, hey, this didn't work out, but you're learning along the way. And it's causing you to be more wise, potentially becoming the Empress um, in a way where you start to focus more on yourself and what you need rather than trying to provide what other people need. All right, so what does Aries need to know about December or some advice? Whoa. So we've got the devil. The devil. Okay, so this might be really hard. A really hard and maybe a test period of not going back to old patterns or habits or coping mechanisms that actually aren't beneficial to you anymore. With the devil energy, it's definitely dancing with toxic patterns or the feeling of being trapped in a toxic pattern. This could be obsessing, so you could be obsessing about it, listening to the dark thoughts that come through your head and kind of giving them too much attention. So be aware of the thoughts that go through your head and the actions that you're doing to feel better. And kind of, I would just pay attention to that and see, make your own choice in that regard of whether it's serving you or not. But I think that this is going to kind of come around again and maybe realizing it might be somehow tied to how you're meeting people in the sense of that repeating cycle. The part of the cycle is the clearing and the release and the healing. So maybe it's time to fully heal. This also could just be a Capricorn coming in to provide maybe a lusty moment of the feeling of desire, but it's, with that devil energy, it's something that is not long term and could turn toxic. So very enticing and probably exactly what you need at the moment, but just remember exactly what it is for what it is. So whether, I don't know which one you are, but there's a couple different stories coming out with coping mechanisms, releasing a person, and something shocking coming in when you lowered your defenses and how to move forward. All right, strengths for the month of December. What are Aries' strengths for the month of December? Aries collective, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, by the way. Seven of Swords in reverse. All right, so everything's out on the table now. Seven of Swords in reverse means someone has found out. So there was a strategy behind this person's actions, or they kind of, somebody, not all of you, but there was a strategy that could have been seen. This is the person that moves around in the shadows in order to evade being detected, right? So this is somebody who could be sneaky or lying or just straight up strategizing. Doesn't always have to be a bad card, but this looks like a strength and it's in reverse. So it's pretty clear to you how to protect yourself, I would think, in the future, with the Seven of Swords showing up in reverse here. Or it's getting more clear of the deceit being of the self, or the not denial, or I guess the thoughts of providing excuses for seeing the red flags and ignoring them, or seeing just the fact that it wasn't working out and staying anyway. I think that this is going to have you coming out with more defined boundaries, and limitations for yourself. And it's like a rule. I think you're going to be creating a rule. That way you're like, I'm getting like more of a sense of, I know now. And it's kind of annoying because it's like you were trying not to know, but you knew. All right, so weakness in reverse, or weakness in reverse, weird. Weakness is in the month of December, something to kind of work on. So the Wheel of Fortune reverse, ending a cycle completely. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse is an imbalance of some sort. And with the Fates and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's like a cycle of imbalance. So this could be in regards to feelings, monetary, investments. But I think this has to do with, it feels like respect almost, or the attention that you're giving it. You're probably not cutting this off. For some of you out there, this is a repeating relationship that ends and then comes back, ends and then comes back, but nothing is actually changing. So it's to be expected that it will end again, turning thus into a toxic devil situation. But with the Wheel of Fortune here, with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like this could have been a one-sided scenario. And if you don't fully close the door, the cycle will continue. The door will reopen. So it's a matter of how you're, again, how you're coping, how you're cutting off communication. Doesn't mean you hate the person. It just means that you need to heal, right? So it is painful. A lot of us will do whatever we can to not feel that pain anymore, whether it be go into the devil energy, or to turn the situation around into a win and move forward. Pick wherever you belong. This is not just for one person, it's for multiple people. So it might not all resonate, but the weakness is an imbalance. So realizing not to take breadcrumbs. I'm getting with the Six of Pentacles, that's the breadcrumb card. So deny the breadcrumbs. If you're not all in, I'm out type of situation. I'm not completing any more cycles that no longer serve me on accountability of comfort. So I'm getting definitely heavy boundaries being created by the end of the month. So the probable outcome here for my Aries. Whoa. Judgment. Ooh, I like this. Look at all these major arcana, by the way. We've got the High Priestess, we got the Tower, the Devil, we've got the Empress, Wheel of Fortune, and now we have Judgment. Judgment is a really great card to leave the month with, or have a probable outcome. It means that you're taking accountability, right? You're taking about accountability and taking control of whatever you can do in the situation to make the decisions that are right for you. Laying the past to rest, right? Not resurrecting it anymore. Because Judgment in the actual original tarot, it does show a depiction of a resurrection, right? But here you can see these bones are just staying there. Taking the meat and potatoes with you. Kind of interesting. She's carrying the veins, which, is connected to the heart, the flow of love. So taking compassion with regards to moving to be the higher person for yourself, some of you, to rise above being petty, rising above blaming, rising above being defensive, right? So the outcome here is moving on and making the decision to fully close the door and explore. There's nothing left here. We'll see all this. There's no dirt. There's no flowers. No life. So I think that that's where the decision is going to originate from for some of you. You're going to kind of take accountability. Is there anything left here? Is there anything left for us to try for? If this is a recurrent cycle for some of you, that is probably where you'll get by the end of the month. Kind of reassessing what you've acquired over time, if you have the energy or the strength to move forward, or if this is something that you need to let be Um, that is up to you, my friends. And then something to remember. Something to remember for the month of December. I love that. The Chariot, another major arcana, and the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh. So with that, this is a long term. Okay, what I'm getting from this is self growth is a long term project. You are a long term project. Ace of Pentacles is an offer. It's an investment. It's the Ace to the Ten of Pentacles to wish fulfillment. It's starting a whole new journey. With the Chariot here, we have moving forward means understanding the left, the right, the middle, the back, the forward, understanding all aspects of a situation, not necessarily having to lean towards being balanced in how you feel about it, but just understanding the approach. I think this is closure, right? So something to remember is that what kind of closure do you need? What kind of closure do you get? Regardless of that, you are starting on a whole new journey, and that is something to be valued. So I think you're going to give yourself some time to analyze all the different aspects, the different masks people are wearing, the different possibilities that were shattered or that did come to fruition, and just kind of giving it its honorable release by acknowledging it, accepting it, and moving forward, rather than clinging to anger or resentment by blaming or um, doing the whole breadcrumb situation. I love that. Feels like you're blooming. With each cycle around, I mean, you can be like, oh no, again. But with each cycle, you can clearly see here that you're blooming with each opportunity to grow. So you are moving forward, whether it doesn't feel like it or not. Within the self, you are. All right, by the end of the month, what to expect at the end of the month for December 2023. Whoa, trace. Okay, that isn't too much, but we'll go for it. All right, so we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. All right, Page of Wands in reverse. And the Eight of Pentacles. I think you're choosing to work on yourself and to work on what's important to you rather than reigniting the cycle, because it does look like the opportunity to reignite whatever relationship this was. With the Five of Pentacles, generally someone wants to come out of the cold, right? They don't want to be out there without you. It looks like you probably meant a lot to this person, or this person meant a lot to you. But with the Nine of Wands in reverse, it's like walking away from your own defense. Like the whole reason why this happened. It's like, let's forget the fighting. Let's forget what happened. And that's just asking for it to, like, for you to go through it all over again. With Page of Wands, I do see a denial here. Page of Wands is generally bad news, a no, or just somebody who just has the lack of energy, lack of motivation to do the action, to bring it to the night, to take it forward to that long term. So with that, there might be music involved in getting music and also setting the record straight. So leading into the Eight of Pentacles, looks like you're too busy. You're keeping yourself busy. And I think that's your way, Aries. Like, you have all this energy and you need to put it into something. So I know that you like new beginnings as an Aries. If you have a lot of Aries in your chart, the new beginning is enticing. It's exciting. It's adventure, right? Adventure, simplicity, intention. It's like things have gotten too complicated. The intention was good, but it didn't follow through. It didn't work out. It's like, let's close the door, close the book. I'm gonna say no. um, Something about recordings. Very interesting. Like the world's smallest island, right? There's some sassiness here, so you could feel a little bit above the situation, but I think it's important to maintain your grace and your poise because you're trying to build yourself into this, you know, outcome that you desire as Six of Wands. And it's a lot deeper than just like being a winner or being right. It's still sad. And it's good to honor that by recognizing, hey, at the beginning, the intention was we wanted this to work and it didn't. So make sure, I would think that you're confronting the actual emotions, confronting the actual feelings so that you really do learn. Because you're doing all this work over here with the Eight of Pentacles. But sometimes it is good to take a step back and make sure we're not pushing forward without actually feeling. Kind of just like the warning I'm getting. But yeah, looks good though. Looks like you're moving forward, taking things into your own hands, making yourself the project that you want to work on. I would recommend tapping into your intuition more with the High Priestess in reverse. It does look like mother energy is showing up on the table. You could actually be a mother. But I think that there's something here, like a value of like traits that are like your mother. All right. Let's see. What else do we want to pull on? Yeah, I'm gonna. Let's get a message from the Angels and Ancestors deck. I haven't pulled this one out in a while. It is one of my favorites. I'm gonna have to go grab the book though. All right, for Aries. Now this could either be a confirmational message. This could just be something that's been on your mind if you are watching. It doesn't necessarily have to pertain to the reading. It usually does. Take the top one. Ooh. Direction Guardian. Choose your path is exactly what we were talking about with the Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles here, and then Judgment. Right? It says choose your path. These are all the fixed signs. It kind of reminds me of, I believe these are the fixed signs. We have the eagle, fixed representation. All right, I'm going to get the book real quick. Just put that in. So this could be a divinely guided scenario, especially if it's been happening over and over again. Or if if you feel like you keep learning the same lesson over and over, this might give you some clarity here. Sorry for all the. All right, so connect with your deepest desires, then choose the path that will make your heart and your soul sing. Direction Guardian card represents the angels of direction. These amazing angels are the ones who come to us when we are at a crossroads and don't know the way to go. When we are unsure what is right for us, or even the bigger picture. They can help us know what is best for all involved. The Direction Guardian card refers to the vision of the Hebrew prophet, Ezekiel, who is said to have seen an angel with four different faces. One was a child or a cherub, one was a bull, one was a lion, and one was an eagle. These four faces show that angels can appear in many guises and guide us in many different directions, but always for our highest good. So the extended message here is that your path isn't set in stone, and your angels and guides have no expectations for you, nor should you have any for yourself. There are many directions you can take. None of them are wrong, as they all hold perfect opportunities to grow and to learn. But life is to be enjoyed and savored. So if you know that there's a decision to be made, and particularly if you are feeling indecisive, choose the path that you know is going to make you light up, and choose with your heart. Very nice. So I feel like this is an opportunity to look at some different options and making a choice for your own self, your own heart. Maybe you could have been putting your life into other people's dream, making other people's dreams come true, or because with the chariot, it's like you're finally standing upright. That's the emperor on the chariot riding it forward. The emperor is the accumulation of all the king spirits, all the doers, all the manifestors. Yeah. So if you follow your heart, it's pretty much saying you can't go wrong here. Everything takes hard work. I guess you just choose your hard. All right. Let's see. Animal spirit. I have a feeling we're gonna get the bull. The bull or the eagle, but we'll see. All right, for Aries, please. What are their spirit animals for the month of December, and what messages do they have for Aries? December 2023, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Squirrel! Gather your resources now, for they will sustain you through the coming change. I feel like you've known this. You've known this. So you, depending on which portion of viewers you are, you could actually be the one who's saved or the one who needs to save. And know that it can be done. Don't let yourself be trapped if you are financially behind, if you will, being independent. Maybe reach out to family members. Maybe that's where the mother card comes in. And for mother energy, I do get, so we have the horse showing up, and to me that is mother energy. It says, speak your passion aloud and defend those whom you love in word and deed. And then crocodile. The alchemy of energy teaches that death will always yield new life. Every ending is a new beginning. So it's saying prepare yourself, be yourself, speak your passion loud, actually speaking your truth. If someone's saying, unnecessary things about you or your family or your friends, shut it down, right? This could be a part of the root of the issue here. And it's like, this, that every ending leads to a new beginning. And I think you're focused more on what can come of this. What options do I have? But don't let yourself get stuck with all the options. Follow your heart and make a decision, or else being stagnant will slow you down and block your purpose. It's time, I guess, to co-create with the universe in this new opportunity that this ending is bringing. Very cool. Very cool, Aries. All right, let's get you some fortune cards. I like these tea leaf cards. All right, so if you're looking for confirmation throughout this reading, this is when the tea leaf cards could help you. So, Spirit, we're looking for confirmation cards. What to expect in December. What to know in December. What's not expected in December. Broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. All right, so preparing for something not to not work out, right? We're already kind of looking at that with the Tower. So I feel like you're already in the preparing mindset. Cobweb. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. So you do have guides here looking out for you. You are protected. Maybe spider energy. Spider energy is grandmother energy. So maybe if you have a grandmother that is passed on, that is their message for you. Looks like someone broke a promise. Solid foundation, success with effort. I love that. So you've got this. You're rebuilding it. You've got a strong foundation at this point. You need to, and keep getting. You need to trust yourself. I don't know. You need to trust yourself. All right. Full of self-care to get you through the hard times. What kind of self-care would Aries be interested in or valued by Aries? Self-care advice, please. What can Aries do to protect themselves with self-care? Right, live life for you, not the audience in your head. Authenticity. If everybody's going one way, you're deciding to go the other. I don't know if this has to do with family situations. The Empress could be the person that you're separating yourself from. It doesn't always have to be romantic. Just not seeing eye to eye, wanting to be your own person. You could be getting to that point where it's like, hey, I'm gonna go move to a different state, even. Or you could have had a very strict upbringing and maybe somebody who was very critical in order to protect you from the world. You know, obviously there's love there. It's for sure. But maybe it's time to give yourself a voice, even if that means your conscious voice. And in order to do that, it looks like this is your confirmation that now's the time, to realize who you're living for and what kind of life are you trying to lead. Is it for you? Is it for someone else to get approval? Is it to make someone else happy and proud of you? You can always switch it up, but it's just sometimes it's good to think about things as far as why we do them. And anything can happen. Beautiful reading, Aries. I wish you the absolute best. Please like and subscribe. Again, at 500 subscribers, we'll be doing a drawing for one of these Attention candles that are handmade by me on the Etsy shop. Link is in the description of the channel. And yes, so thank you so much for your support. I hope you enjoyed this and have a wonderful December.